we're going to be doing a daily accountability session, and the daily session is going to contain all things that are super important in order for you to stay focused on your goals, manifest the things that you want to manifest, and just generally it provides you with motivation. So this is something I do daily. I've been doing it daily, but I do notice sometimes that I can get to the end of the day and think, oh, I've forgotten, like with 5 kids and work and so many other things going on. Sometimes I can think, oh, damn, I didn't do it. I have also set times that I normally do it. And sometimes that doesn't work out for various reasons. So I decided that this year I really wanted to commit to this daily accountability. And I know I'm not the only person that struggles with the intention of the daily accountability and with coming through and doing it every day. So I thought it would be fun to kind of get together on a daily basis and do my accountability and really commit to it, and commit to it by doing it with you too. So if you can commit to it as well. Now, I'm going to record these videos, and anyone who is not with us in the room, obviously, will be able to watch the replays of the videos. So there is no excuses. You can't say, oh, I wasn't up early enough or something like that, or late enough if you're on the other side of the world, because you can come back and you can watch the daily videos, and the process is always the same. Now, I wanted to show you in this room, there is a playlist here, right? Now, every time we do a daily accountability video, when it's finished and ready and uploaded, it will be on this playlist. But for those of you who haven't seen already, we've got an explanation in the playlist at the bottom, which is how to accomplish your goals. I've put a 1-minute timer in there if you want to do the 1-minute timing without me or without my voice in it, which you can. There is what you need to complete the daily accountability, which is a video, and it literally is, in order for us to be able to do it, basically I have what is called a Breathe journal, and I think it's produced by Breathe magazine, and I basically do my gratitude in here on the days, which are on this side. And then there is a space for thoughts where I write my goal down, and I write it by hand every single week. And it's the same goal. Like I have this, usually the same sort of focus and the same goal. And it's like my big picture goal, about the income that I want to earn for that month, or the projects I want to complete, or something like that. So I usually write that in there, because what we're going to be doing is reading our goal every day. So we're going to be writing our gratitude in the daily stuff, reading our goal every day, which I'll write out here in my thoughts. And then Monday to Friday, we're going to have our most important tasks. So I've got 5 boxes here and here, and I'll write down my most important task in those boxes. Now, I'm not leading this. I've pre-recorded a video, so I can actually do it at the same time as you. And that video, one of them is the Daily Accountability Practical Session. So if you don't want to watch the Daily Accountability videos with me, or you can't join live, you can just come in and click on the practice session, or the Daily Accountability Practical Session, and you will be able to just simply do this process on your own. It's as simple as that. But I would definitely recommend that you go to the YouTube channel, that you subscribe, because you will be getting notifications then of the daily videos when they're uploaded, if you can't attend live. That's all I need to share with you on the housekeeping front. So what we're going to be doing pretty much every day is going through the same process. I'll explain it now, but normally we'll just be jumping in, starting to get it over with as quickly as possible. I want this process to be short and snappy, and something that you don't feel like, oh, I need, so much time to be able to get through this video or something. The point of it is that we keep it quick and we keep it manageable for you. So there's no excuses. If you're the busiest person alive on the planet, you should still be able to do this, okay? So no excuses, even if you're the busiest person alive. So we'll make them short every day. And then what I will do basically is I'll come in, I'll do a little introduction, we'll do a quick affirmation, which I want you guys to write down, either you can write it down on paper or you can write it down in the comment box. We'll always do our affirmation first. We'll set the tone of the day, create a positive thought in our minds. We'll go through the process, which is basically doing an activity. Each activity is a minute long, 1 minute long. There are 4 activities in a day. And in the end, we'll do a daily boost. So if you did want to stick around and kind of get that little bit of extra motivation, that's going to be tagged on at the end of the session. We're going to be here every day doing this, Monday to Friday. And then on Friday, I will give you something to think about over the weekend. Okay, so obviously you don't want to feel like you have to come at the weekends. I know weekends can be crazy, but at least you can have thoughts for the weekends, things to think about, things to ponder on before we start back at it on Monday. And obviously don't forget as well, you can still do the daily accountability practice on the weekend just using the pre-recorded sessions which are inside the playlist. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to close this window just so I can block out any noise that's coming from outside. We're going to start today with our daily sessions, our daily gratitude, and then we are going, basically our gratitude, our visualization, we're going to go through the motions of that. I'm going to play a video for that, and then at the end we'll do our daily boost. Okay, so this is the first time doing it, wish us luck, but I'm going to do that right now. So the first thing we need to do is gratitude, and we need to think about the previous day. We need to think about everything that we went through that day, and we need to find in 1 minute one thing that we are super grateful for from the day before. It can be an interaction with another human being. It can be something that happened to you. It can be a moment of peace. It can be your morning coffee. Anything, when you look back at the previous day, you need to write one thing that you're grateful for. Let's begin. Okay, you have done your 1 minute of gratitude. Now you need to take your notebook or wherever it is, or your journal, that you've written down your goal, and I want you to read your goal. Now, it's always best if you can read your goal out loud. What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to achieve? Like, whatever your defined, definite goal is, read that out loud. If you do not have the ability to read it out aloud, just read it inside your head, and I want you to do it for a minute. Now, if you finish your goal and you finish up the minute, just go ahead and start again. The most important thing is that you read your goal at least once during this process in the next minute. So let's begin. Okay, so that minute is up. Now I want you to down tools on your pen or your pad or your paper or your notebook or wherever it is that you've been using, and I want you to simply use your imagination and close your eyes. Now you know what your goal is because you've just read it. So now I want you to really visualize and step into that goal and do it at your own pace. For some people, it's very difficult to kind of see the goal as being achieved when it's maybe a bit lofty or a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you're not quite sure what that looks like. If you can clearly see it, then perfect. But either way, I want you to step into the feeling of achieving your goal. I want you to step into the place of where you're going to be once that goal is achieved. And I want you to step into the accomplishment and the feeling and the resonation of achieving that goal. So basically, just close your eyes during the next minute, and whatever it is that brings you closer to that goal that you can see in your imagination, whether it's a place you're going to go, whether it's a person you're going to be with, whether it's a figure in your bank account, no matter what that is, I want you to spend the next minute just simply being inside there. There is no right and wrong to this. Sometimes if I'm achieving financial goals, I simply see myself walking into a bank and withdrawing a sum of money. It can be also something like standing on a stage and receiving a reward or some kind of like ovation. So whatever it is, all you have to do is immerse yourself into the visualization of achieving your goal. We're going to do this for the next minute, starting now. Perfect. Okay, so come out of your visualization. And we've got one more thing to do in our daily ritual, and that is to now pick up your pen, pick up your pad, whether it's a to-do list or something like that, or whether it's an app on your phone, and you have to put down your most important task for today. So this task has to be related to you achieving your goal. And there is always something that you can do every day. Even if that something is sending a quick email, doing a quick search online, contacting someone, doing something on your computer, creating something, no matter what it is, there is always at least one task you can do every single day to achieve a goal. So now I want you to write that most important task down, and I want you to prioritize it for the day. So have a really good think about what your most important task is for today to achieving your goal. Tiny step, that's all it needs to be. A tiny step, a big leap if you want it to be, but you just need to think about one task you can do today to help you move towards that goal that you've just been visualizing. Let's start. Amazing. Well done, you. You have now done your daily ritual. You have now formed the habit and taken a step forward to forming a habit of creating your daily ritual towards your daily goals. Now we have our daily boost coming up at the end of this video. So once you've completed your accountability for the day, you can either stick around now for a daily boost. This is an optional extra if you'd like to really commit to the growth and development each day. Okay, so we have our final last minute boost. We're going to be doing that every day, and we'll have our final last minute boost. Now, I said at the beginning we would be doing an affirmation, and usually I'll tell you what that affirmation is. I kind of sort of draw on it intuitively. But just before this session occurred, I was shuffling the money cards because it's Money on Monday, and a card dropped out. And I decided to make this card the affirmation card. And I'm going to pull another card as well to do the daily boost. But the affirmation today is, I create both money and time to enjoy it. Okay, so everybody write this down in a chat box, in comments, anything, on a piece of paper. I create money and the time to enjoy it. A lovely affirmation. I create money and the time to enjoy it. I create money and the time to enjoy it. So whatever you're doing, whether you want to write that down in your journal or your book, or you want to write that down in a comment, you know, it's basically just like saying that affirmation now. I create money and the time to enjoy it. So think about that and carry that through your day. We'll do one card pull for money and the law of attraction cards. So hopefully we can draw on the energy of our virtual co-working space and our lovely co-workers here. What do our co-workers need to know today about money, and what will set the tone for your week? How to think positive financially, whether this is relating to making money in your business or just having money in general for the things that you need. Money is energy, just like everything else. So today, the message is, I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good as you look for a better feeling way to approach whatever you are giving your attention to, as you continue to ask yourself from your ever-changing vantage point, what is it that I do want? One of the biggest things I know is, like, we all know generally what we don't want, and that comes easy to us. But sometimes it's very difficult for us to figure out, what do we want? And this is a great question for the beginning of the year, because, you know, most people are thinking about what they want. So it's very fitting and very resonating. But, you know, it's kind of like, what do you really want? It's such a difficult question to ask. And so many times we're sitting in our limitations when we ask ourselves that question. And we think that we're thinking of the things that we want. But what we're really thinking of is what we think is possible for us at the time, based on our current circumstances and based on the current things that are around us. But really let go of that. Let go of what you think is possible for you right now, or probable, and then just start to really just ask yourself what you want, and whatever that is. This is going to help you with your daily goal. Eventually, you will be standing in a very pleasing place, for you cannot continually ask yourself what it is that you do want without your point of attraction beginning to pivot in that direction. The process will be gradual, but your continued application of the process will yield wonderful results in only a few days. So now is the time to start thinking about, what do you really want? Okay, that's our thought for the day. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll stop recording now so we can put this inside our daily accountability, and have a wonderful, beautiful day.